Well, it's super nice outside.
It is.
I got this loud ass bird chirping.
It's okay. So this week I wanted to cover a topic of do you believe in destiny? And real quick and simple, I'm just going to ask you, do you believe in destiny? You can do a yes or no because I can further explain.
Okay. No, I don't.
No? Okay, neither do I. So the concept of destiny, by the strict definition, is essentially something is going to happen in the future no matter what. So no matter what you do, you're going to end up in one place. Whether you make $1 million or you are really into a certain sport or you take one job path or another, you're ultimately going to end up...
Or you're destined to be a Walmart greeter?
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless of what you do in life, that is your destiny. Right? That's the theory or the definition of destiny. I don't believe that simply just because of hard work. I don't believe that just because of sacrifice. So what I choose to believe in is more so a different definition of destiny, or I guess you could call it destiny, but a purpose. I believe in a purpose. I believe every person on this planet has a purpose, but they have the ability to define their purpose. I kind of started running this theory through my head and everything because my sister, for everyone who doesn't know that, I don't even know if you know, but Tatum, my daughter, she is homeschooled. So we've been doing about a month and a half, 2 months now with my sister. She's been doing all the curriculum. She went to this conference that they had for homeschooling, studied all this curriculum, wrote all of my daughter's curriculum, bought all these books for her curriculum, and she's building the curriculum, and my mom is teaching her Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My sister is taking off work on Mondays, teaching Monday. So she does like the heavy portion of it on Monday, and then my mom reviews the rest of the week. So my sister,
Pretty cool.
has the ability to basically work whatever schedule she wants at work as long as she puts in her 40. So she has sacrificed an entire day to teach my daughter and is doing 10-hour shifts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which is great for me. I love that. I would love to do 410s. Actually, I already do, but I still end up working the Friday. But she does not. That's not her.
Right.
Like, she would rather. So she's making a sacrifice to teach my daughter. Well, last week or something, she went to library or Christian bookstore or something to pick up more books for the curriculum, and I was talking to her because she reviews the curriculum for me and makes sure that it's something that I want my daughter learning. And she's just like, I love homeschooling. She's like, if I could do this full time, like this is my purpose in life. I was like, really? That's your purpose? You have a great job.
Yeah, isn't she like a forensic tech or something like that?
Yeah, she's a forensics scientist. I'm not going to disclose where she actually works, but and she's just like, this is my purpose in life. And maybe it's because she just loves my daughter so much, but she has spent hours and hours and hours. She comes home after work and she watches YouTube videos on homeschooling. At work, she listens to podcasts and everything about homeschooling. Like, and the amount of growth that I've seen in my daughter in 2 months is insane. Like, nothing that a public school is teaching her. Like, it's strictly based on what she is going to excel at best and how to teach her. Like, she's reading at a rate like way beyond what I thought she was going to be at. She was a little bit behind because she doesn't focus. She needs that one-on-one attention.
Right.
You know Tatum, and she's super high energy and everything. So it's been an incredible experience, the homeschool. And I think that's just because partially my sister found her purpose. And I think when you find your purpose, you can get, I don't like to use the addiction so much, but she is addicted to the homeschooling. Like, she wants to do this every single day. She wakes up, she wants to do curriculum. She wants to learn more and how she can help my daughter more. So, I mean, you can jump in wherever you want on purpose, or obviously you don't believe in destiny.
Yeah, fucking, yeah. You don't get what you hope for, you get what you work for. You could be anything. Your purpose is, I don't think that you have a single purpose. I think you have many, many, many facets of many different types of purposes. You have so many things in this world, in this life, that are going to keep you interested from now until the day you die, and you're never going to run out of stuff to fucking learn. You're never going to run out of passions. You're never going to run out of, but you have to actively look for them. If you sit there and think, if somebody else is telling you what your purpose is, it's not real. You know, it's somebody else trying to fuck with your programming. And that's the thing that irritates me the most, is I watch a lot of people tell people what they should do, what they shouldn't do. You always got to consider the source. But the reality of it is like, what meshes with you, what aligns with you. And I think the key in a lot of things in life is finding the alignment between yourself and your movements, as well as finding the alignments in the relationships that you have with people. So a lot of the relationships that I have right now, if I reach a high level of success, those people reach high levels of success as well. I try to keep everything aligned, so it's not like you're just doing for me, you know what I mean, so I can move forward. It's tying everybody together. Purpose is it's one of those weird things, like, what's the key to the universe and whatever, this and that and this and that. The reality of it is that I was talking to somebody just the other day, and this is the thing that sucks, is because as humans, we have so many distractions all over the place. There's 4,000 religions on the planet. They all think they're right. Everybody else is going to hell unless you with their religion. It's such a distraction. Like, okay, where do I go here? Where do I go here? It's people telling you what you need to do with your life. Oh, you need to get a 401k. Well, explain a 401k to me. Well, I'm not sure how to explain that, but I think you need to get a 401k. Why? You know what I mean? You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're giving me life advice, and us stupidly take it. I mean, I've been taking poor advice my entire life. It's as far as purpose goes, as far as destiny, you're destined to be something great, period. But you have to choose to take the action to do that. I was listening to a guy make a speech the other day. He showed a picture of the is it the Roman? What's the arena in Rome? What's the freaking
The Colosseum?
The Colosseum. Yeah, he said there's two different types of people in this world. There's people that sit in the stands and critique all the warrior, the gladiator that trips and falls and then gets back up, and then there's people that are actually on the arena floor. 90, well, he even said 97%. I say this shit all the time. 97% of the people in your life are in the fucking stands. And if you go onto the arena floor, they're going to criticize you. They're going to critique you, and they're going to try to devalue your power.
Yep.
But they will never reach their destiny because they never try. You have to, as far as destiny goes, like, I can just sit here and then my life is going to turn out a certain way regardless. Sure, yeah, I could sit here and do nothing and my destiny is going to be a Walmart greeter. Fantastic. Or you can take yourself out of your comfort zone on a consistent basis. Like right now, my comfort level is I know that I have enough money to last till the end of January without making a single dime. I'm working on getting that next $60,000 that carries me into the next summer and still live at not a high six figure, but a six-figure level. My life is nice and comfortable.
Sure.
And that just gives me my comfort zone. That's my comfort zone, you know? And that's total fucking arena. That's total taking bumps and bruises. That's navigating stuff that I don't know necessarily how to do yet, and I'm going to figure it out. So there's pressure there, but that's as comfortable as I'm getting, because I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, I'm going to retire in 20 years from this company that I'm at, because that's a different type of comfort. That's a comfort where you no longer you're on autopilot and you don't got to do shit. Just hope your 401k, and you don't even know. Like, honestly, like, I always talk about the 401ks. Do you know how much money's in your 401k? Do you know how much money that you're going to get out of your 401k when you cash it out? Are you sitting there thinking about getting a 401k? Do you have any idea how a 401k is structured? Ask yourself these questions. A friend of mine was telling me, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to try to get to that wealth level, so on and so forth, because he's going to go to college as an engineer, to become an engineer. And I'm like, well, that's great, man. You're going to go spend 4 to 5 years or so in college to get a six-figure job, when already where you're at right now, you can get to a six-figure level. It's like you're going to waste all your time. You're going to waste a shit ton of time learning a whole bunch of nonsense that you don't need to fucking know. And instead, you could spend the next year just focused on how to build wealth, how to create wealth for yourself, how to find people, how to attract people to help you do that. And that will help you become wealthy. And this is the bullshit in this world that, I mean, honestly, I'm not disparaging college. I just think it's, if your goal is to become wealthy, that's not how you start. I know people that have master's degrees right now that make $50,000 a year.
I pretty much completely agree with that, other than really, really important things like doctors.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be a doctor, you have to go to college to be a doctor.
You need to go to school.
But your income is shit. What, you make $250,000 a year as a doctor? You got all this liability on you as a doctor? Honestly, you're a freaking gladiator, like crazy gladiator level if you're a doctor, because you have everybody targeting you.
Oh yeah. But there are certain things that, yeah, you do need to go to school for, but that's when you find, for say, your purpose.
Right.
If you're passionate about being a doctor, then yeah, absolutely go to school. But the thing is, like, a lot of these people go to school and they don't even know what they want to be. Yet they're accumulating all this debt.
And useless knowledge. So I'm not saying it's entirely useless. I'm just saying that there's a big chunk of uselessness there. And honestly, like, when you're force-fed something, you don't retain it as well as you do if you search it out and retain it as a passion, as something that you really want to learn.
I'm glad you brought up the gladiator thing, because that was going to be one of my references, was Conor McGregor. So the reason why I redefined destiny is because there is a large portion, probably 97% of people out there, that do believe in destiny. They do believe that they're going to end up in a certain spot no matter what. And that goes back to kind of speaking something into existence. That's how I see it. So Conor McGregor used to be a plumber in Ireland, right? And he was just telling everyone, I'm going to be in the UFC, I'm going to be a UFC champion. And when he was fighting MMA over in Ireland, he held 2 belts. And he said he was going to go over to the UFC and he was going to hold 2 belts there. Never been done before, right? Just doesn't happen, right? Except now, everyone's gone after 2 belts. And it's happened like 3 or 4 times now since he's done it. But regardless, at this point in time, no one even knew who he was. Yet he believed every single day. He spoke it into existence. I'm going to the UFC. I'm going to win a belt. To the point where they started calling him Mystic Mac. Because he would predict when he would finish a fight, how he would finish the fight. And he simply just said, I just spoke it into existence. I believed it. I believed it every single day when I woke up. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, if you believe something, it's going to happen. But it sure helps. It sure helps to keep telling yourself, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. But he didn't just do that. He put in the work as well. He found his purpose. He used that purpose, and he became addicted to that purpose. Every single day he would wake up, he'd practice his spinning back kick. He said he had holes all across his wall in his apartment just from practicing his spinning back kick every single morning, every single night. That's all he did, was focus on fighting. And that is redefining your destiny, to me.
Well, it's the same thing. Your current lie becomes your future truth.
Exactly, what we covered last. So, to me, I'm not going to sit there and say just because you believe something it's going to happen. It likely could have been that he got to the UFC and fought Jose Aldo, and Jose Aldo knocked him out in 13 seconds. That's just part of the game. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But he found his purpose, and he was going to go far. You knew he was going to go far because of the work and the passion that he put into what he thought his purpose was. And that's redefining, to me, that's redefining destiny. I don't believe that something is going to happen no matter what. Even if you put in the hard work, even if things can happen, but there is no way of saying that something, or you're destined, like going back to AA, you're destined to be an alcoholic for the rest of your life. That's just not, it's, yeah, I can't believe in that. There's no purpose to life if I believe in that.
Right.
Because then what am I doing?
Sabotaging yourself. Yeah. Which is what most people do.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of freaking high efficiency, badass, the most technologically advanced machine on the freaking planet, walking around with faulty programming, with viruses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's telling us this bullshit our entire lives. It's like that whole thing of there's a be, do, have, not have, do, be. And what this means is if I want to have $1 million, I have to be the millionaire, do what it takes to become the millionaire, then I'll have that millionaire status. Mm-hmm. It's not the other way around where and this is the way most people think. They think they need to have the $1 million, i.e. win the lottery. Then they'll do what it takes to be a millionaire. Then they'll be the millionaire. You know what I mean? And that's like saying, hey, I'm going to start dieting after I lose 20 pounds. It doesn't work that way. The funny thing is most people fucking think this way. It's retarded. And I'm not saying that I'm not one of the people that thinks like that. Well, I don't think like that anymore. It took me actively trying to figure out how to move towards millionaire status and believing I can actually do it to start moving the direction. And the funny thing is, like, stuff is like, from a destiny standpoint, I would not notice half the opportunities that are falling in my lap right now had I had this belief that I'm only going to become a millionaire if I win the lottery. Mm. And if I'm not willing to do the work, and I'm not willing to put in the effort, and I'm not trying to scale, and I'm not trying to find new mentors, and I'm not trying to get around people where their belief systems are something I've never seen before. Mm-hmm. Something I'm not used to seeing, because most of what I've seen in life as far as belief systems go is you're just going to be less than a 6-figure employee, 401k, accumulate a fucking shit ton of debt, maybe one day pay off your house and die. Literally, that's how everybody lives. Mm-hmm. It's a sheep freaking world, dude. And it's sad because the fact that everybody sees that, everybody's immersed in that, how else are you going to be anything else unless you actively work to break out of that? I.e., whatever your current lie is becomes your future truth. Mm-hmm. So your current lie is, okay, I'm just going to live at this level and accumulate debt and Walmart greeter because my 401k isn't worth a fuck. Or what do I need to do today? What am I going to wake up every day? That's what I say to myself every day. What am I going to do to make money today? What am I going to do to make money today? What am I going to do to make money today? And it's all slow momentum, slow movements. And it's interesting how everything works, because just your stepping forward taking your next step forward, all of a sudden this thing falls in your lap. You're like, holy crap, I just met this person. And this person's going to introduce me to all these people.
Yeah.
This person actually thinks that what I'm doing is interesting. The part that I'm not even focused on solely right now, waiting for something to occur. It's destiny. Create your destiny. Yep. Is where I'm at with it. You don't get what you hope for, you get what you work for. And realize that you're saturated with a bunch of bullshit fucking sayings, a bunch of bullshit fucking programming. You can't do that. You can't afford that. You live a life of scarcity. You don't even understand what life of abundance means. It's a weird thing too, because it's hard to explain it. It took me a while. I heard that saying, you have to have an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset. Have no idea what that even means. And you're like, you can't, it's hard to even explain it. And then eventually you just start, you have that in your head and you start noticing, wow, this is what this means. There's actually more deals out there than I thought there were going to be. Everybody's saying, oh, it's super, super competitive, but it's really not that competitive if you're better than everybody else. And it's not even about being better than everybody else on a competitive level. It's being genuine, authentic. It doesn't even matter the outcome. Like right now, I talk to my wife. I'm like, hey, if I fail at all this business shit this time, again, we're living in a studio apartment, the 5 of us, because we'll just strip the equity out of the house. Keep going. I was like, we'll live in a studio apartment, all 5 of us. And she's like, that's fine. You'll figure it out. My daughter's like, that's fun. That's cool. I loved living in the garage when our AC went out. You know, it's like the same thing. And I guess not everybody has that level of support. And you know what, honestly, if I do get to that point, my wife's not, it's not going to be as easy in her mind to...
She thinks.
Well, no, I think she'll be disgruntled about it, for sure. I will be too. Is it going to put a strain on our relationship? For sure. But I don't, all I think about is like, that's the worst, you know, maybe I could wind up in prison for some real estate transaction I didn't realize. I just learned yesterday that you have to be super, super careful. And I learned that I need to learn more stuff in real estate. Anyways, I need to suck the life out of you guys.
No. I don't know if you had anything more to cover on that. My closing thing on that is really, if you do believe in destiny, redefine it right now.
Control your destiny.
Yep.
Drive your destiny. Steer your destiny. If you think you want to be somewhere, make it happen.
It's okay to believe in it. It's just how you believe in it. Anything else?
No.
I'm good.
Good.
Sweet.